don't forget to press
Okay, and Russell's iPad, who's that?
We're recording.
Russell's iPad, I will find that out just now. Willie is there, hi there. And then just says iPhone, who's that?
Hi, it's Navjot.
Hi, oh my goodness, all the way from Portugal. And there's Ruthie, Anari, Sandy. That's fantastic. Hi, Tanya, Leila. Look at us. We're still missing Lebo, Sally.
Yeah.
Where's Sally?
Okay. It says Russell's iPad, but that's me.
Oh, we're gonna tune in. Welcome. This is so awesome. And then part one's gonna lead us in a little meditation. Okay. So today just really serves just to have us meet each other. So
we're starting to go a little stir crazy, and that's when we met Mark, walking around the port one day. You see, he's stuck here too.
Happily stuck.
So perhaps what we can do to begin is just, I'm going to mute everyone's microphones for us to do our tune-in and the meditation, just so that we don't get the destruction of the sound. And then I'll unmute you all. I'll unmute you all at the end of the meditation. Okay. So you should all be muted now. Just if you could just check your little microphone that it has a little red line through it. Okay, cool. Welcome everybody. It's so awesome to have us all connecting in the ether in this way from all parts of the world, all parts of the country, and beginning this journey, your journey, into these teachings and this phenomenal, transformative, powerful practice. So we're going to practice a breath meditation called the breath of 10 to become disease-free. So let's begin first by tuning in. So let's just tune into the third eye. And just have that sense of landing into your body. Have that sense of landing into your breath. Landing into what is alive for you in this moment. All of it. Whatever's moving through you. Just observe. Body and breath. And just consciously deepening into breath. Softening shoulders. Sensing the weight of your body. Sitting bones connecting you to earth. And that beautiful, subtle lengthening upwards, sensing the space between the vertebrae. Dropping the shoulders further. Let's inhale deeply through the nose. Suspend that breath, lifting sternum, lifting diaphragm, and you're going to round your lips and blow powerfully out through your mouth. Let's do one more of these. Inhale deep. Hold that breath. And round your lips, powerfully exhale through your mouth. Let's bring our palms together, rubbing them. And let's connect your heart. Thumbs lightly pressed against the sternum. And we're going to inhale deeply to begin. Om Om Namo Guru Deva Om Namo Guru Deva Adgore Name, Jugadgore Name, Sadgore Name, Sri Guru Deve Name. Adgore Name, Jugadgore Name, Sadgore Name, Sri Guru Deve Name. Adgore Name, Jugadgore Name, Sadgore Name, Sri Guru Deve Name. Inhale deeply. Extend that breath. And gently exhale your arms down. Allow our breath of 10 to become disease-free. You're going to bring the palms facing each other. And you're going to do a 5-stroke inhale through your nose. And then a 5-stroke exhale through your rounded lips. So it'll look like this. It's as if we're clapping, but we don't bring the palms touching. So the hands will go out to about the level of the knees, and they come back to about a 15 centimeter distance between your hands. But you don't have to obsess about the different distance. Just have a sense that it's about 15 centimeters, so that the palms don't touch. So it's there and there. So this is what it's going to look like. Inhale 5 strokes, exhale 5 strokes through your mouth. So you want to create a beautiful rhythm with that breath and with the movement. And you want to find a rhythm. And at the same time as doing the breath and the hands, your eyes are closed, tuned into the third eye, the center between the eyebrows. And you're also going to be aware of the energy between your palms. Does everyone have that? So inhale 5 strokes through your nose. Exhale 5 strokes through your mouth. Rounded lip. Bring your palms onto your face. Inhale deeply through your nose. Root lock and hold, navel drawn in, pelvic floor muscles squeezed in tight. Apply pressure to your face. Hold that. And exhale, release the lock. Bring your right hand over your left to your heart. Apply pressure to your heart. Inhale deep through your nose. Apply pressure, hold with the root lock. And exhale. And bring one hand over the other at the navel. Apply pressure. Inhale deep through your nose. Keep that pressure strong and firm. Apply your root lock. Hold. And exhale, release. Palms facing up on the knees, up on the shoulders. And just sitting in the energy of your meditation. Your awareness of all sensation. Very powerful meditation for your immune system, your electromagnetic field, for bringing the chakras into a rhythm and balance. It works very powerfully with pranic body. When our pranic bodies are strong, we are fearless.
Isn't it beautiful how that puts us so quickly into the zone, hey? Like 5 minutes of a breathing exercise and we're right there.
Right there. Love it.
Thank you, Patwan. That was so beautiful.
That's why we practice what we practice. Hey?
And the immune system Kriya is just a perfect thing anyways, you know, so just what we need. And in this Kriya, it it gives you sort of a sense of malleability, like life or our circumstances or how we experience and what we connect to is malleable. It's a bit like plasticine. You can work with it. You know, it flows. So that's like a little bit of an intention for this course. And, you know, as you know, this is the first time that we're doing it this way, but have you had like more Zoom meetings than ever before in this year? Like, yes. And it works. On some level, it works. Like, we can still connect. Strangely, you think it won't work, but you then think about that person, you dream about them, you feel connected, you do WhatsApps, you're tuned in on a level, and it's something magical. So the format of this Zoom course is a little different. The learning is a little different. When we are in the space with each other, which we will also do, then we learn from each other and we learn through the space. It's like the space creates a kind of magnetic field that allows us to learn. When we are in a Zoom session with each other, we learn in a more focused way. So a little feels like more. So it's not the worst thing, right? I mean, I feel like I've seen Ruth's beautiful face like this whole year already because we are on the German-Austrian yoga group in the morning and she's learning German because she's, you know, we're saying, hebe deinen Arm. And she goes, you know, I'm lifting my arm, you know. So she's learning German purely through yoga, you know. So it is a focus space for learning and we're going to maximize that. And at the same time, we don't want to actually burn each other out with electronics because it's not super healthy and we can also feel the brunt of that, okay? So what we're doing tonight, we're just setting a little bit of an atmosphere, we're connecting with each other, and we're gonna explain again a little bit later how we're going to conduct this course. Just a little presupposition that I wanted to just put out there or put in here is, would you say there is a difference between an instructor and a teacher? Hi, Lebo, you made it. Hi. Is there a difference between an instructor and a teacher?
Yes.
How so?
I knew you were gonna say that, but
Oh my God.
No, for me at least, my interpretation would be that an instructor kind of just literally what's in the word, like instruct, so gives you can read instructions from a manual, but that doesn't mean that you have to kind of own what you're actually instructing. Whereas to me, a teacher is someone that owns the thing that she or he is teaching. If that's perhaps not the most clear explanation, but I guess it's
Well, it's a collage, hey, and we all bring like a piece to the puzzle. So, no stain on an instructor. An instructor is somebody who takes information and passes it on, and there's a certain neutrality to it, and that has a certain dignity as well. And Yogi Bhajan, he always said, I am a postman. I deliver letters. Okay, so that even feels like an instructor role. Okay, a teacher is a person who is like way more empathetic and takes part in the environment, and maybe that suits us down to the T, because you know what, we are already doing that. We take so much part in the environment, and we're passionate about it, and we sometimes have things that call us, and where we want to get engaged and participate and make a difference. And a teacher may teach yoga and use that as a tool, but a teacher might get involved in a neighborhood project, or in helping doing food parcels, or in growing veggies on the pavement, or in finding some way to communicate with a group of people who's willing, or who wants to study better, like what Willie has done, right, in Pretoria. So, a teacher is also a person who's going to look around and say, how can I love and serve the situation in the most effective way, or in the most loving way? So it's about love and service, right? A teacher does that. How do I find ways to connect? And yoga is a perfect tool to do that. And a teacher might not always go and say, hey, I've got a way for you, and you can do this better. Like a teacher might abstain from that and say, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. But maybe a teacher in that situation might pray for another person or for a situation, right? And hold it in a sense of awareness and prayer and love, and bathe it in that. Okay. So I would be very happy for you to just let that sort of percolate and say, in which way am I a teacher already, and what are the tools that I need in order to be a more loving or serviceful teacher? So, that's kind of the premise that we want to start out with. And I could open it up a little bit, and if you want to share anything around that, you could just throw it into the circle. Who's going to be brave and unmute yourself and just like go like, no.
I think I'd like to go. I don't know if everybody can hear me.
I have to see which one is unmuted. Jamila, hi.
It's Jamila. Hi. Sorry, I'm very sorry. I arrived a bit late.
Because
I was
you're here.
stuck at work. And I tried today. I said, no, you have to leave earlier. I just would like to say thank you so much for sharing that, Pritam. I was a bit moved. I almost cried a bit because I totally connect with what you were saying about the love and service, because 4 years ago I decided to come back here on my island to serve, actually, and to work on projects. And I know that yoga has helped me a lot in order to have the compassion, for others, especially when you work in places that have a lot of difficulties in politics and things like that. And yoga has been very, 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 really helpful in helping me understanding where the other is coming from, how you can help when it is important to help, and when you cannot really do something but pray, actually. Sometimes we tend to forget, but it was really important for me to be able to connect that way. So thank you so much. I really connected to that.
Thanks, Jamila. Awesome. Anybody else want to maybe just share?
Yeah.
Who's on?
Tanya.
Hey, Tanya.
wants to share.
Satnam, everyone.
Satnam.
Yeah, thank you for the question, Pritam. Yes, I resonate with what you say, as I am also a yoga teacher every day of my life, and it's asking that question, where can I serve? And it changes. It's not always the same, and it's a very emotional thing to be a teacher. And for me, it's like reading a book, and everyone is a different book, and to give them what they need, and that also changes. It's feeling. It's really being part. It's not just giving the black and the white.
Absolutely. Thank you. Somebody else?
Yes, this is Martha.
It's a journey with people. It's a community. It's not just,
Martha?
Yes, it's to me, I also notice it a lot in my current work. I actually, for a little bit of a background, I lived in South Africa for a few years actually, and now due to Corona, I got stuck in the Netherlands, and then I got a job here as helping undocumented migrants. I have a background as a nurse and a public health specialist, and to get access to healthcare. And to me, what I really noticed there, and which also doing yoga helped me a lot with, is that you are also helping people on a journey in their lives with an often very difficult situation that you cannot necessarily change, but to kind of see, what you also said, Pritam, that sometimes you might know a way, or you might know how you can help people, but that might not always be where people are at that moment. And I think that for me is still sometimes a challenge, but to really feel like, okay, this is their own path. And even though I might know ways and I can offer you help in a certain way, that doesn't mean that you need to take it. And that is, that to me still is always a struggle, where I step back and I can say, okay, that's, I've offered you what I can give you, and it's up to you what you want to do with it in a way.
Nice. Thank you. We're going to get to know each other so much better. And for now, part one's going to lead us a little bit in intention setting. And we can share a little bit around our intention, and I might just time us for 1.5 minutes or something like that. So we can just have a little like, get to know each other circle.
Sorry, Pritam, are you saying
Over to you.
everyone should just not go longer than 1.5 minutes?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Yeah.
Yeah, is that all right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you can mute yourself if you're not speaking. That's good form on Zoom. So I'm going to mute myself.
Okay. So what we thought is if everyone could just take some time to state an intention of why you are embarking on this journey. And it some of you may just have a few words, some of you may have more, and it doesn't have to be, it can be whatever it is. So if you don't mind that we go around in our Zoom circle and you each have a moment to just share that with us. So you can just unmute yourself when you speak, and then once you've finished, you can just do your little mute again. So whoever would
Shall I
like to
start?
Yes.
Hi,
Whoever,
hi
yes.
everyone. My intention, I don't come from a teaching background. I'm a communications consultant. But
And if everyone, sorry if I can interrupt, if everyone just doesn't mind saying their name as well, that would
sorry, I'm Estelle Cooper. I live in Johannesburg, and Kundalini Yoga has been incredibly empowering to me, and I'm very aware of how much need there is amongst women, amongst children, in fact, amongst everyone. But of course, being a woman, women's issues are very important to me. And I just want to be empowered to convey something of what I have gained to someone else, and have proper training to do that. So that really is my intention. And also with children, I think our children are very vulnerable and our women are very vulnerable. And Kundalini has certainly been for me something that has empowered me. So yeah, that's my journey.
I can go now. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Tanya and I'm from Cape Town. So Kundalini Yoga for me felt like a coming home, and I felt that was just phenomenal because I hadn't ever experienced that before, nothing else ever, even from the first time I did a yoga class, which was like 20 years ago, a Kundalini yoga class, to when I started again a year and a half ago. Nothing had that level of impact for me, a resting place. And because of that, it's something that I know I will be practicing for the rest of my life. And it's truly assisted me in embodying my being, embodying my body, and that is a beautiful experience. But in a way, my mind also wants to understand how this technology works. So in order to know something intimately, I would like to learn about it and have the ability to teach it if I so wish at a later stage. But at this point, it's just to satisfy my thirst for understanding and fully embodying the practice.
Thank you.
Hi, it's Ruth.
Hi, Ruth.
Hi. I live in Verliersdorp, which is a tiny town between Worcester and Franschhoek in the Western Cape. And sure. My journey has been a very it's been really difficult on a lot of levels, and my experience with Kundalini really was a life-changing experience at a time when I had nothing else. And so that was almost 2 years ago now, and together with very intensive therapy that I needed, I have experienced a tremendous level of healing, which is an ongoing process. And for me, it's like sorry, ran out of time. It's for me, it's like a calling. I feel like I need to pass this on, and it's what I need to do, because I have nothing else as such, and it resonates on a very deep level.
I'm really glad you're here, Ruth.
Hi, I'm Elsie. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
I also just fell in love with Kundalini as my lovely teacher, Ryan, and it just resonated, as Ruth said, it just resonated. I love the mantras, I love the chanting, I just love the technology of it, but I'm so hungry to know more and to experience more and to be able to properly convey that knowledge to other people, to help them to achieve the same that I feel, all their own feelings. But yes, I just need to know more. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. Am I unmuted?
Yeah, but it's very soft. Your voice is very soft.
Oh my word. Okay, let me try and
There we go.
increase.
That sounds a bit louder.
Is it okay now?
Yeah.
All right. Hi everyone. I'm Lebo Dikhale. I am in Centurion. Kundalini came at a time in my life when I was fairly content, but with my culture, we are very spiritually in tune. And as a woman, you were told to keep it in a lot. You don't get to deal. And when I went to the retreat here in Pretoria, I felt at peace. And when I chatted to Preetam, I told her that I seek inner peace because so much has happened in my life. And through this training, I feel that I can get myself to a point where through my spiritual journey, I can then be of service to the next person that might be able to gain something and take something from Kundalini. It is a wonderful practice. And it's one that I feel like a lot of us need, more especially women. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lebo. Next person.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Leila, and I live in Plettenberg Bay. Very many years ago in London, I did about a year of Kundalini, but it slipped my memory somehow. And a good few years ago, we ended up at Spirit Fest, me and my partner and our little girl and his son. And I saw Kundalini on the program, and I said, I have to go to this. And the class was absolutely packed, and I sat at the back. Make me cry now. And I just remember as the mantra started and we opened, I cried for this 2-hour class. I just cried and cried and cried, and I knew that my calling had been found again and be like ignited in me again. And then I came back to Plate and met the beautiful Tina, who Richard knows, and I've been doing classes with her and spent many a day with her, just chatting and connecting again with this deep, deep practice. It has benefited me so much in my healing journey, and I really am looking forward to learning the depth of what it has to offer and take it out into the world, be of service to others and give of what I can to others. So that's kind of where I sit now, and absolutely humbled and in such gratitude to be with all of you people on this journey.
Thank you, Leila.
Awesome, Leila. I'm just going to put myself on mute. So if you could carry on just once one person's finished, you go into the next, because can you hear there's pumping music
behind me. There is a big pumping party going on here in the background.
I will go next if that's okay. I don't know where I sit in this circle.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I am not on video. My name, my Kundalini name is Navjot Kaur. My intention in joining this group is to really stay connected to spirits. I've lived in 3 different countries in the past 6 years, and a lot of upheaval that has put on me, and it's the perfect recipe to get someone away from their center. I completed the level 1 teacher training back in 2012, and I believe that the way that I will make a difference in the world of work is by connecting people in the business environment, many of whom hate their jobs and are seeking to connect to meaning, to source, to this, the sacredness within themselves. And I think that Kundalini is the most nurturing practice I've ever encountered, and I've tried a lot of different things. Kundalini particularly because it incorporates movement of the body, connecting with the power of wisdom of the body, but it also allows for expression of our voices because of the mantra, and it connects body, mind, and spirit in a way that none of the other yoga practices I've ever tried ever brought. And I believe that it's this specific wholeness that encourages us as human beings. It sets us in good stead to go out into the world as whole beings, as all of ourselves, our heart, our mind, and our body, and grounded in the part of us that is sacredness. And as we go out into the world as more whole people, then we are able to help other people in a more meaningful way. And I always come back to Kundalini. So that is why I am here, and I'm very grateful that Pritam has created this. And thank you very much, Pritam and Patwant.
Satnam, so glad you're back
Satnam.
again.
Satnam.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Can't hear you yet. Make it a bit louder.
It's just a little soft.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Hi, Marty.
It's very faint. It's very faint, but we can hear you.
Okay, my name is Ramona. I'm from East London in the Eastern Cape, and my intention in joining this group is that I'm thinking of Ruth and her courage in sharing her story. In mid-2018, my things fell apart. And in the reordering of my life after that experience, because I got so ill that I couldn't walk, and I had to make a conscious decision to let go of everything that I owned. And in the reordering of my life, I connected with what I really wanted to do with the rest of my life at that moment when I had nothing else around me. I started following my passions, one of them now being a poet. And this information and all these things just gently started showing up in my life. My life reads like a bit of a fairy tale. And I just curiously started following all these prompts in front of me, which has brought me to a place of totally wholeheartedness, Brené Brown's favorite word, wholehearted living. Demonstration of what the practice of Kundalini can bring in terms of resilience and strength. You know, I do a lot of empowerment work in disadvantaged communities. That is my passion. And so this is something I feel called to do, to serve and to take out into the world. And so I'm quite excited.
Thank you, Ramona.
Yeah.
That sounds beautiful.
Thank you.
Big transformation, eh?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Satnam.
Yes, shall I go next?
Yeah.
We
Okay,
can hear
yeah.
you loud and clear.
Good. I'm happy about that. For me, it's also kind of that I've done quite a lot of different yoga practices before I found Kundalini, and to me it was also very helpful and very beneficial in quite a traumatizing period in my life, which also brought back a lot of traumatizing experiences from before. And I really felt that the way it's actually, what we hear a lot here, the way it helped me through those experiences and how it's helped me ground, and what I found in the Kundalini practice, that I think for me it was so special, and I really love to give that to other people as well, and to experience, there's a lot of times, I think, especially in the Western world, that people look outside themselves to go through perhaps different therapists. And with Kundalini, I really feel that it so much builds on your own strengths and your own connectiveness with everything around you. And to me, that's such a wonderful experience that I would love to also, teach other people once I'm capable of doing that.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Martha.
Hi.
Hey, Willie.
I'm Willie. I see I'm the only male here. I'm from Victoria, and I'm a teacher. My profession is to be a teacher. I'm an academic teacher. So I'm a professor at the university. And, the more I grow older, the more I understand the role of a teacher. And, I take my teacher job at the university very serious. And, I want to integrate it more with what Pritam said. I love the idea of service and love. And I've realized that that's what I have to do in my work as well. So I've only discovered Kundalini Yoga 18 months ago, but since I've been doing it daily, and it's really accelerated my own process. It has really accelerated my process. So that's why I joined up in this course. I think in the long term, I want to learn more about teaching so that I can become a better teacher in everything I do, not just yoga. Thanks.
Satnam.
Hi, I'm Sally and I live in Johannesburg. I'm an interior designer, and I've been doing lots of yoga over the years, different styles, but I've also started Kundalini about 18 months ago and fell in love with it. It really resonated. It was something I couldn't get enough of. Loved my teacher, loved the teachings, and I was curious to know more about it. I'm not sure that I will teach, or maybe not in a formal way, but I'm so desperate to learn more and to kind of just learn more about the ancient technology, and also to just immerse myself in it. It's a time of my life I have time, and I'm hoping it's just all come together at the right time. Thank you.
Satnam.
Satnam.
Thanks, Sally.
This is Marty speaking. I don't know if it's okay if I go now.
Yes.
Go. You're on.
I studied metaphysical science 12 years ago, and it sort of started the spiritual journey. And there was yoga in between, and then 5.5 years I got cancer and then turned to Kundalini, and it's been amazing. And I don't think I would have been able to get through it without Kundalini and an amazing teacher or two. Lucky that I was able to live in White River until March this year with an amazing community. Went to India last year because there's this constant hunger for wanting to know more. And I think having been to India just fueled it even more. And there's just so much more that I know that I need to know that I don't know. And having moved onto a boat sewing, that's why in the background, it's an hotel room. I'm on land for a few days. Going back to the boat on Friday, and we are meant to sail with Corona. It's been interesting, but we're supposed to be going to Madagascar, and in the sailing community, a lot of open-minded people that would really love a teacher to just be there for them. And I would love to be able to just always be there for if somebody wants to join in. So I think it's perfect for me at the perfect time, just before we leave, getting them to be able to share.
Thanks, Marty. You're just south of Jamila, hey, in the Comores.
Yay! So
yeah.
maybe that gives me permission to go.
Yes. On
That's
yes,
right.
I am Jamila. Very, very, very happy to be here. It's been months and years, I think. I've been trying to get on this training. I remember Pritam when the first time I wrote to you. Well, my intention, a lot has been said. Of course, Kundalini Yoga has been very empowering to me, especially in a way to go back internally and to be able to find the resources that I have inside. And I found out that actually there's more inside than on the outer world sometimes, especially when we're looking for solutions. I think just like everybody, Kundalini Yoga came in a time where I really needed it. But to me, it has helped me to connect with something that was greater than myself and to let it flow through me. It has been quite a journey, and it just keeps on going. And I think that is my intention for today and for joining this training. And I'm very happy to be with all of you here. So Satnam, thank you.
Satnam.
I'll go. So my name is Kristen Garbini, and I recently returned to White River and have joined the wonderful community that Marty speaks of again. I first started doing yoga in White River in 2010, and I first considered doing this teacher training in about 2011. My first yoga teacher at that time was Shameen. And what I found is that Kundalini has helped me to unlock my body, my mind, my consciousness, my relationships. It's been a process of unlocking and unlocking. And my work also involves working with people's kind of inner knots. And I had to get back and eventually do this training after so many years. It's just something that's been on my path, and I look forward to being able to have more to offer in all the spaces of my life. And so thank you, and I enjoy getting to know all of you more, and thank you to our teachers also.
Thanks, Kirsten. Satnam.
Can I go? Hi.
Please. Hi, Sandy.
My name's Sandy. I'm in Cape Town, and I've done various forms of yoga for over 30 years. And a recent experience, just the message came up strongly that that I needed to explore Kundalini further. I'd done it many years ago. And I just, first and foremost, I think it's a journey of self-discovery, but also the tools that it offers, the self-awareness, and to be able to offer it up to other people and to our children. So I'm very, very grateful to be here and very, very excited. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Satnam.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Hanli.
Hello. Hi. I'm Hanli Westraat. I'm from George, Western Cape. For me, the journey really started. I think a lot of us, we sort of get into into a world where we think we have to do certain things. You know, you get into law like I did and all sorts of things, but something pulls you away from it the whole time and tells you that you actually need to go a different path. And it started for me with Reiki, and everything shifted more spiritually for me. So this is why I'm here. You know, the spiritual sense of things really called to me. It's just, it's not always an easy journey, especially when you heal more, you know, you're a healer more, or you compassionate, because you take so much of everything on yourself, because you give. And but that, if that's who you are, you have to do it. You know, so this is part of my journey, is Kundalini yoga, my Reiki, things like that. Just be more spiritual. You know, getting away from the more, you know, strict regime of justice and things like that. So yeah, that's my journey.
Thanks, Handi.
Thank you.
Wonderful. George, hey? Like, garden roots, great.
Beautiful.
You're everywhere. Who has not gone yet? Annerie? Who?
Yes. Well, my journey kind of started a bit more selfish than most people. I wanted to do Kundalini yoga and I couldn't find anybody in my close environment. The closest place is Somerset West, which is like a 40-minute drive from here. So I just decided to do the training because I couldn't find anybody. And I haven't regretted my decision ever since. And I'm just here to have fun. I stumbled upon this journey and I'm having a very good time with it. So I'm very open to see just where it's gonna go. So yes, thank you.
Cheers, Annerie. Nice to have you back here. Did everybody go?
Hi, can you hear me? Hi. Satnam, you can hear me? Okay. I feel so blessed and honored to be here. Yes, I've been doing and teaching Hatha yoga for 10 years, and I've been doing Kundalini yoga for 3 years now with Sevak Hari and Narayan here in Somerset West, where me and LZ are both from. And it was just love at first sight for me. My intention with this course is to get qualified so that I can share this amazing technology with my community, because for me, the Kundalini felt like I can really experience the true essence of yoga now. This coming together of the finite and the infinite, the flesh with the spirit. It really can play here, and it's extremely powerful. It's been very helpful for me personally to sort out a lot of my subconscious issues that needed to be sorted out. It's made me a better teacher to arrive. It made me a stronger person. I think it's a wonderful tool to have in our toolboxes in this very strange times that we are experiencing, to really help people to wholeness and to look after themselves, to take the power to look after themselves. Yeah, I'm very excited to be here, and I feel very blessed about the beautiful teachers, Pritam and Patwan. Thank you. And yeah, looking forward to this journey. Thank you.
Thank you, friends. I'm going to hand over to Patwan just for you to introduce yourself, and just, you know, we'll also have a few words ourselves. Patiwanti.
Thank you, Pretty Prit.
We're so bad.
It's phenomenal to hear. Thank you so much for introducing yourself, and it just really gives us such a sense of where you are coming from, and it's just I hear so much of myself in every single one of your stories, and that is so beautiful and powerful. I did my training in 2001. Pritham was my teacher. I love her. It's been a long journey of 20 years of teaching Kundalini yoga. And I look forward to being on this journey with you. And yeah, that's
Thank
me.
you. When we talk about yoga, we really have this beautiful, we touch like a live nerve within our own selves, and we have this beautiful expansion of spirit. And it's really interesting that yoga is the tool whereby we can anchor and pull those things in and actually elevate and consolidate and actually transform. You know, it's surprising that we can genuinely transform, but also be who we're meant to be. And in that sense, it's incredibly soul soothing, because a lot of us have experienced this fragmentation between I know that this is the reality, but I'm not feeling it. Or I know it's somewhere out there or in here, but I'm not touching it. So yoga becomes the place where it kind of meshes, you know, it jams, it comes together. And, you know, from the things that you have said, and also if we look at what is the vocation or the scope of a teacher, then you can also say, right, in order to be able to do that, I need to be myself, and I need to touch that aliveness within myself. So that takes us to the practice. And I want to say, like, one of the things that I really appreciate and value so much in my beloved colleague Patwand, which is why we teach together, is that, you know, not only have you like served tirelessly and like taught like right through the whole time, and you just find ways to remain connected, but you remain the eternal student. And that is a really super thing that stands us in good stead if we keep learning and keep applying ourselves and keep receiving. And the way I understand yoga is that if you learn yoga traditionally, your very, very best way of receiving instruction is to keep identifying the sense of student within yourself. And I relate with that. If I can keep having a sense of I'm being taught by life, and where can I learn more, and how can I apply myself, then I know that somehow the universe is going to fill that need for me to remain connected. And I also want to say, I picked it up with one of you who said that earlier. If you learn or steep yourself to be a teacher, guess what? The opportunity for you to impart something and to connect somebody and help another person is going to come. Life is going to say, right, you signed up for this, you signed up to help, you signed up to connect. Okay, here we've got a job for you. And isn't that like completely magical? It's something really beautiful, because our sense of connectedness expands.
And it's that sense of getting out of the way of yourself. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
And getting
out of
the
the way
way of yourself. Because life can be a little boring and like very tunnel-like, you know, otherwise, if it's like only for ourselves, like, hello, what do we come into this life for? So in yoga, we talk about something very beautiful. We talk about the golden chain. And the golden chain is something that is both vertical and it's also horizontal. Okay, so the vertical thing of the golden chain is a certain download. We'll do the tuning in, the Om Namo, we center ourselves, we just say angels, universe, you know, wherever your download comes, howsoever you experience spirit, you say, please be with me. And it's in a way something that comes in through the crown and comes, you know, into your being. But it is not only a vertical download, because we're not only in a kind of, you know, from more endowed to less endowed, from wiser to more on the path. We are also in a horizontal alignment with each other. So you could say that our golden chain here is also us. We're in a little golden chain group. We spark each other and we inspire and we reflect each other. So the golden chain is both this and it's that. Okay. And that's a very, very good concept, and it's very contemporary, because in the past we'd always go, let me go and study with a wise teacher. I'm going to project onto him and her, and he or she is going to give this to me. But now, in this day and age, we get so much induction and so much information and so much awakening through the people we are with. All right, so golden chain. I'll give you the page numbers that you can read later. So we'll do that as a first little exercise. Cool. So just to tell you a little bit how the course is going to go, on Mondays, Monday, Patwant and I is going to give you like little video clips, you know, on the short side with the introduction. Well, you know, that's just my own like affirmation because I don't want to ramble too much. I'm going to give you like short stuff, not speaking for Patwant at all. And then we're going to give you page numbers to please read and certain questions to ponder, and you can mull over them and you can percolate them while you're cooking dinner or driving to your work or whatever. And then on Saturday, we're going to have a 1.5 hour Zoom session so we can discuss that. And we might even master the art of doing breakout groups, okay? So we can have smaller groups to discuss. And soon I'm going to send a program that's going to detail what items and topics we're going to discuss per week so that we have a bit of a rollout. All right. And we have now gone to level 2. So at the moment, I'm still hoping, fingers crossed, that perhaps the 11th to the 18th could be our residential module. But if that's not meant to be, then no worries. We're like so chill with this, then we'll just do it later. It's really important that Jamila and Martha is going to be able to travel. So we can travel domestically, but I'm not so sure about international yet. Okay. Not yet, right? So we'll take our cue a little bit from you girls, from Jamila and from Martha, okay? Because Jamila is coming from the Comores and Martha is in the Netherlands. So does that sound cool so far? And now nod, right? Just kidding. Okay, and then what we also want to share with you today is we want to share a yoga set that we can take on board and that we can work with. And Patwant is going to send you the video of that a little bit later. So you'll actually have like an actual class with Patwant. Okay, highly recommended. And the little exercise that I want to reach out with to you is Kundalini Yoga is taught in sets, as you know, and it is our good form to abide by the set. And that sets us a little apart from other yogas where you learn how to conduct and create and in a way stitch together a set. But Kundalini Yoga is taught in sequences. Some yoga set starts with a strong exercise. And your warm-up, the purpose of your warm-up is to get your body ready. And often the very effect of the warm-up is to unlock and create a spaciousness in your body. And the yoga itself also creates a spaciousness, which is emotionally and psychologically very healing, because once we have a spaciousness, we can accommodate various energies within ourselves without them conflicting too much. When we have a sense of, I'm feeling tight and I'm feeling a little pressurized and maybe even a little claustrophobic in my psyche, which is the expression of the body, then things can get to us and we can get much more stressed through the reptilian brain. So yoga, on one level, is just creating space in the body. This happens through the yoga, and it also happens through the warm-ups. And how does a yogi decide what warm-ups he or she is going to do? Look at the set. If you have a set that only has sitting postures, what might you want to do for your warm-ups? A little life nerve stretch. A few frogs, something with your legs. Okay. A little clue here. Warm-ups does not overrule or override the set. It is maybe 3 exercises, maybe 5 max. All right, of 10 to 15 minutes. So the little exercise, I have sent you already the set, and I'm going to ask you please to just share on the group what you think is going to be a nice little warm-up exercise for that, maybe 3 exercises to help with that little set. Okay.
You can also look at, like Pratham was saying, so you look at the Kriya, and you kind of decide from there what the warm up will be, what your body will be, what your body will need. also the warm-up can serve and does serve as a sense of grounding. So there's that sense of landing into your body, a sense of grounding, and a sense of creating balance and openness to receive the effects of the Kriya, as well as the effects of what the warm-up is doing. Each exercise will have their specific effect on the body and the psyche. Yeah, so for me, it's also
that
really
yoga set
important
for
for the
40
grounding.
days. And
Sorry, I didn't hear.
we're going to suggest that yoga set for 40 days. And I want to give you a little bit of ease with the 40 days. Say you're having a fever, or you are feeling totally crap, or you are totally exhausted, or you have the flu, or maybe you're on your moon time, okay? You know what the yogi's way out is? Make it to the mat. And it saves your bacon. Okay, it's like sometimes you cannot do a thing more, but just imagine that you're going to your mat, and you actually say, I'm just gonna take time to be on my mat, and maybe I'll just do a few stretches, but can that please cover for me for this yoga set? Okay, so I wanna just suggest to you that you don't always have to be the absolute warrior god and goddess, and that you've got it all covered, because we are not like that. But give yourself a sense of, I'm gonna crawl to my mat, I'm just gonna linger there, and I'm just gonna say, can I please be covered for this yoga set? So if that happens once or twice or thrice in your 40 days, don't think that you have scuppered your 40 days.
Once,
Okay.
twice, or 40 days.
Once or twice, but not 40 times, as a belief. Okay. All right. Like, you know, that would be pushing it. Okay. We can push
Can
it.
I ask a question?
Yes.
So are you saying that the Kriyas we followed, but we stitched together the warm-up?
Yes. Okay. Some of it is like,
And your warm-up can be different every day. Your warm-up can be different every day. The Kriya stays the same. You can change your warm-up. You can shake it up. It's also a nice way to explore different the different effects of the warm-up.
So even starting as of today, I'm going to give you the page numbers of the stuff that we have referred to, so you can just read through your manual. You know, manuals are meant to be read from the back, from the front, from the middle, you know, right throughout, up and down. We're going to suggest that you do this yoga set for 40 days, and even the breath of 10, which is so beautiful, such a beautiful thing, or just a yoga set. I want to give you a little bit of license. At the end of those 40 days, you may please write like half a pager what the experience was like for you, and you give that to us. Okay, you can email it to us. Okay, so that's part of an assignment for this course.
And that's the yoga set that you emailed earlier today, right? The one.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And
I'm gonna send it into the WhatsApp group, because I think that quality is not so great of the one that Pratam sent. I'm going to send the actual YouTube link into the WhatsApp group.
Are there any questions? Otherwise, we're going to close this little session.
Sorry, is the set in printed form, or is the set? Yeah,
I emailed it.
The visual.
Okay.
It's a visual.
So we can print it down. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it is also, there is a written. If you prefer the written and the text version, we can also send that.
Okay. Thank you.
We're going to close the session just now, and just now at 6:30, I'm going to just share a rebirthing kriya. The rebirthing kriyas, they are very magical because they somehow deal with an inner paradox, and we're all living paradoxes, right? By the way, okay. And sometimes life gives us a little bit more of a paradox, so then we can tussle with it, we can work with it, and they're very beautiful kriyas, and it's going to be about a 1-hour process, and you're most cordially invited to that. It's not going to be on Zoom. It's going to be on another open source Zoom-like thing. On your Android, it's an app, If you're on your laptop, you just put that into the search engine, into the server, Jitsi, Jitsi, Jitsi. And then you put in the name of a room, and the room is called Kundalini Over There, in one word. And that's going to be just now at 6:30, and please come and let's play a bit more if you don't have to have dinner obligations and all of those other things, you know, walking your dogs and whatever, you know, patting your children on the head and whatever. Okay. So thank you very much. The little clips is going to be sent out through the WhatsApp group. Yeah, I'm very happy we are here. Anything else, Patiwanti?
No, that's it.
Can I ask?
Yes.
Sorry, what time will the Saturday get together be?
Thank you. It'll be at 5 p.m. That was the bigger part of people. Jamila,
Perfect.
do you have a time difference? Jamila, do you have a time difference?
We have 1 hour time difference and 1 hour ahead. So
1
here
hour ahead.
it's 7.
Okay.
7:20.
Do I get your sort of buy-in is like Saturday afternoon once a week for a number of weeks? Occasionally we'll miss a week. Is that going to be fine for you? Mostly.
Are you asking me?
I'm asking actually all of you. If you an hour ahead, that's not going to put you too much into, you know, later in the evening.
No, it's okay for me.
Shocked.
How long is the session for?
It's going to be about 1 hour and 15 minutes, more or less like this, where we just go over stuff. Okay.
1 hour 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, because I have a 6:30 Zoom every Saturday,
Okay.
so it will be done by then.
Zoomed in.
Well, it's a healing group, so I'll be nicely warmed up.
Okay, great, awesome. We also, part one's going to record that as well. So if on occasion you also missed that one, then you can always listen to it afterwards. You know, I would of course request that your beautiful presence so that it not be missed too much. But if you need to catch it up, it can be done that way. Okay. And that Zoom link will be available for about a week. You know, we won't keep these recordings forever. It'll be something that pertains to our group, to this circle, to this little golden chain. Okay. Thank you. We're going to close with Satnam. So bring your hands to your chest, drop your shoulders, close your eyes and gaze inwardly and gaze into your own little smile. Smile into your face and smile into your heart. And when we say Satnam, we remind ourselves that we are pursuing truth. And truth has a certain sense of activating neutrality to it. I'm going to lean into what feels real for me. And I'm going to listen to what is in my heart. And we breathe in to chant. Satnam. 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 And in bowing, I bow to all there is. Thank you, my friends. Tot ziens. Hasta luego.
Enjoy your rebirth in Kriya. Highly recommend you go if you can. Satnam.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye for now.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.